Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the ADP May Payroll Private Report and why it's important. This report is a leading indicator for the non-farm payroll report that will be coming out this Friday. These numbers will tell us everything we need to know about the economy and if it's slowing down, which is not a good thing.
May ADP payrolls showed a gain of 37,000. That was the lowest increase since March of 2023 and far below the estimates of a gain of 110,000. You had total private payrolls that were up by 37,000, goods down by 2,000, services up by 36,000. Non-farm payrolls, the estimate was up 125,000. And joining us right now to talk more about all of this is Neela Richardson. She is the chief economist at ADP. Neela, this is a little bit of a surprise on the headline. You want to walk us through what's happening here?
Sure. So the lower number is really driven by shedding of jobs in the goods sector. We saw manufacturing, which actually had some surprise increases earlier this year, shed jobs in May. So that hiring momentum starts there, but it extends through several parts of the services sector, too. We saw losses in professional business services. We saw losses in healthcare jobs. So anyone who's looking at the Friday jobs print, remember that healthcare was a big, strong job creator last month. Trade, transportation, and warehousing also shedding jobs, also was up, trending up in the BLS report on Friday. But where I want to really clue in, Becky, is on small firms, because the smallest firms lost the most jobs in the May ADP report. I think that is something that we should all be paying particular attention to, because employment under 250, that's responsible for 70% of workers in the United States. So as goes small firms, as goes the labor market.
Well, I mean, that's been the big question. A lot of the policy changes that have come from the administration are things that large firms have a better shot at navigating. They can kind of lobby more effectively for it, and they have the ability to.
In my opinion, the reason why we're seeing small firms with less than 50 employees lose the most amount of employees is because they're being impacted the most by tariff, and they don't have as much cash on their balance sheet as bigger companies. So therefore, there's very little that they can do since they import products from overseas, which is cutting into their margin. So unfortunately, they have to let go employees to kind of balance that out.
This is not a labor market that's collapsing. This is a labor market where hiring is hesitant. It doesn't mean that these firms don't want to hire or aren't positioned to hire, but there is an uncertainty weighing on that hiring, and we've seen that for the second straight month. So the good news, I guess, is that it's a market that could turn around. And I'd also point to leisure and hospitality, which saw 38,000 gains.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
And it matches the JOLTS data from yesterday, which saw the job openings in that sector and entertainment go up. So in terms of consumer resiliency, we still want to see movies. We still want to go and get our entertainment. That sector is still strong. Consumers are still expected to spend on things that bring them entertainment.
The Fed's going to be watching this very closely. We spoke with Nick Timmeros earlier this morning, who just said that even if you get a good jobs report on Friday, it's not necessarily something that would clear the way for the Fed to cut rates yet. But if you do see a couple of weak job reports, or at least the unemployment number moving higher over a couple of reports over a couple of months, that would certainly push the Fed to be more likely to cut rates.
This Friday job report is going to be major, and it's going to tell us everything that we need to know. Once again, I'll be dropping another video on Friday to cover the job report. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.